All right. Cheers. Welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2. I'm your host, Jay. My co-host with me is Brian, as always. Brian, what's up?
Yo, what up?
And we have our two Real Bro fans on with us, Kev, Shane. Gentlemen, how we doing tonight?
What's going on?
Doing great.
Doing great, yep. Again, Nick couldn't make it with us. Nick is tied up. Nick, we miss you. We love you. Can't wait for you to come on whenever you're available. We'll see you then. Let's see. We have a great show coming up. Let's see. But first, let's recap our last podcast. Inception. Loved it. Let's see. Before we even go further on, I want to apologize to which I was told we pronounced the actor's name wrong. It's Cillian Murphy instead of Cillian Murphy.
Is it really?
The C is a hard C. My bad, Fisher. My bad. So
I thought that the entire time.
I thought it was Cillian Murphy, even from when he was in Batman, when he was in 28 Days Later. But nope, it's a hard C, like in cock.
I was gonna make
Cocks and dicks. Check the thing again.
I was going to make the I've got a hard C joke also.
As we went a little further on there into our podcast. So that's it. Let's see. Besides that mishap, just like the Whitney Houston song in our earlier podcast, remember that? And Nick and I fucked that up. Brian knows his pop culture a lot better.
Damn right, this is the end.
So, anyone else agree with me on the best quote that was there we had? You guys remember that?
I agree on you that Ellen Page sucks.
Yeah, thank you.
I hop on board now.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Adrian Balboa, Ellen Page. Yep, fantastic. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that podcast. If not, check it out. Go back to it. Listen to it after this one. Listen to it before this one. Whatever you want to do. It was a great one. So, let's continue on. Anything else from Inception before we go? No? All right, fuck it.
No.
So, Inception with Inception, a dream with a dream, a beer within a beer.
Fart within a fart.
Fart within a fart, which was earlier. That was me. It's getting rough. So, all right, let's move on to Hot Tub Time Machine. But first, as always, the booze. Shane, please explain this booze you brought to us tonight.
I'm not going to read the description because I'm going to fuck up the words. But it's a Canadian beer, Flying Monkey, and that's the brewery. And I got it because it's called Adventures in Time Surfing. It's a double IPA. I'm not an IPA guy, but you guys are bougie, so I got it for you. And I got to tell you, it's not that bad. It's very citrusy, and I don't know, it's an 8.2, I think. So
Yeah.
Is it? Jesus.
yeah, good luck.
Every time I'm here, it's an above 8% beer. I think you guys are just trying to kill me.
It's got cassette tapes on it, and it's time surfing. So in honor of Hot Tub Time Machine, I figured it would go good.
Yep. It goes well. It goes very well with there. It has a nice what is that? Like a Camaro? So some sort of Mustang on there. Can't really tell. Maybe Al Bundy's car, actually.
The old Dukes of Hazzard car. It's a Supernova, so it's probably a Chevy Nova.
We'll say. All right. Anyone else want to give their thoughts on? We have just had a few tastes for it right now. What does everyone think? Kev, what you got?
I mean, it's good. So I was basically complaining about the strength of the beer again, but it still tastes good. I don't. So you said you don't like IPAs. Do you think it's too strong, this one, or do you?
No, for an
think it tastes pretty
IPA,
good,
usually
yeah.
I'm like, oh, this smells like shit, so it's going to taste like shit. But
Yeah, but this is also
it's not bad.
this is a double IPA, so this is actually really smooth for a double IPA.
Yeah.
Like,
As soon as I crack it, if I smell that hops. But this is actually not bad at all.
but no, you do get that citrusy note in there. I'm trying to pick up that mango flavor, but I don't really catch it.
I think that just blends in with the citrus.
Yeah.
You should. It's ubiquitous. It's one of those big words on the can.
I'm getting more the
I have
blood.
to teach Kevin that word.
Yeah, I'm getting more the blood orange, but the mango probably gets a little bit hidden. But we'll see as it goes along.
Very nice. I thoroughly enjoy the beer right now. I never turn down a good beer. I do like the can design. If you see me, actually, I fucked that up. I wasn't able to do my Untapped app and show the can, but I'll definitely take a picture. We'll put it on the website, reelsboozebros.com, for the behind-the-scenes stuff. You'll see that and whatever else later on in the podcast that's going on.
If anybody's looking to purchase this, I got it at Joe Canals in Island, Route 1.
Good selection there.
Yeah. Little, maybe get some freebies over there. I have to mention them. Out of all of our 40 listeners out there. Thanks to you, everyone. We love every one of you.
Joe's
all
listening.
Okay, now let's move on to Hot Tub Time Machine. Just remember, it's called male bonding, okay? Haven't you even seen Wild Hogs? That's what we're going to do tonight, ladies and gentlemen, our boozy friends. So, background. Hot Tub Time Machine is a 2010 American science fiction comedy film directed by Steve Pink and starring John Cusack, Rob Corddry, Craig Robinson, Clark Duke, Crispin Glover, Lizzie Kaplan, and Chevy Chase. The film was released. Thank you for silencing your phone. That's fine. The film was released on March 26, 2010. A sequel to Hot Tub Time Machine 2 was released on February 20th, 2015. So the film opened at number 3 with a weekend gross of 100 with 14 million in 2,754 theaters, averaging about $5,000 per theater. Hot Tub Time Machine grossed 50.3 million in North America and 14.3 million in other territories for a worldwide total of 64.6 million against a budget of 36 million. So almost doubled it. I would say that's somewhat of a... And we have the movie on in the background. We just turned this Rob Corddry's ass. Let's go on. They're about to have the threesome scene going on. So, all right. So that's a little bit of background. I don't got too much into it. Not a lot of the background in there. So let's go to the user critic scores. Rotten Tomatoes scored this 64% on Tomato Meter. Audience score 56%. IMDb gave it a 6.4 out of 10. Metacritic, let's see, Metascore 63 out of 100. User score 6.5 out of 10. I hate critics. As always, I hate it. So, Brian, what do you think on? Let's just go with our reviews. What do you think? So, you gonna agree with these? And what do you think of the movie?
Well, I don't agree with what the critics scored it. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy this movie. It's just like a pointless comedy. So you're not like gonna win an award for anything on this movie. But I give it a nice like solid 7.5, 8. Like I could watch this movie over and over again. Like there's just some funny fucking scenes in here, and just I think a lot of people like would love to kind of get a redo in their lives. So it's just like to see what would happen when you go back in time. So it just kind of it gives you a different perspective of what your life could turn out to be. If you did a couple things differently. So I enjoy it. There's a ton of funny shit in here, and just the quotes and just some of the shit they get into, and just all the 80s references that they make are fantastic. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, Shane, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Brian on that. It's at least an 8 for me. It's a movie you can watch over and over and over again, and you just catch things that you didn't see the first time. Kind of like Anchorman, Beer Fest. It's like you just watch it and you see something funny the next time you didn't see, and then it's a great movie. Plus the fact that it's got fucking sick ass music. 80s music.
Oh, hands down, by one of the best soundtracks.
The soundtrack is just crazy. So, yeah, that's my take on it.
I wonder if Nick would have realized the soundtrack in this one, because he's not really does well with the music in movies. If you remember previous podcasts,
yeah, if it's not like Goodfellas background, like trumpet horn and
like a violin or like a cello or something like that.
Andre Bocelli or whatever the hell his name is.
Gotcha. All right, Kev, your thoughts on this?
So I was actually surprised when you said the audience score was so low for this. Like I can understand like critics not caring about them. I mean, it's a comedy, so you figure it's probably not going to do well there. But I remember when it first came out, I didn't see this because I thought like I didn't know anything about the movie other than it looked really stupid. Basically, the idea didn't seem like it made any sense. They had like the commercial where it's Craig Robinson, right? Is his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Craig
Like
Robinson.
he does the whole thing where he looks at the camera and says "Hot Tub Time Machine."
Yeah.
Oh, this is
It doesn't make any sense,
Yeah,
but that's why it made me go see
But
it.
then when I saw it after it was done in the theaters, basically, and it's like you guys said, it's a great comedy. It doesn't stop basically from start to finish. There's like no like dead time for like you get the characters out of the way at the beginning, and then it's just hilarious basically the rest of the way. So
Yeah, there's no explaining anything.
Yeah.
Nope.
Here you are.
like Chevy Chase tried to explain stuff, and the whole time it's just like, just get out with it, old man.
Say, why are you be so mysterious, you fucking dick?
Get your hands off me, young lady.
I have to totally agree. Great movie. I give it an 8.5. I laughed my ass off. I didn't think I was going to be as laughing as hard as I did. But you know me, I'm easy to please, and you get me every time with the laughing.
Stupid comedy is the best comedy.
Without a doubt, especially an R-rated comedy, I'm in. So
Well, especially just after what the movie we just did to this one. The movie before, you had to think the whole entire movie. This one, you don't have to think for shit.
Absolutely not.
It's just
No.
it's the dumbest, dumbed down version of a movie.
You could just be fucked up and just watch this movie
Yeah.
and just still laugh your ass off. You don't have to get it.
Yeah.
yeah, not one bit. So I have to say, I did thoroughly enjoy this time was the bear mascot and the bellhop guy. I can't believe I forgot about the bear mascot. He just came in like, I guess that's what he's, a bear, just a dude dressed up in a bear
Just a
suit.
random bear.
So and then
I forgot to look back and see if that was actually somebody in there.
Yeah.
Like obviously it was a person, but I wonder if it was somebody
yeah,
famous.
maybe we'll look up later on the internet and see if exactly who's in the costume or something like that. So
Probably Brad Pitt.
probably. See, all right, so let's go right on to the favorite scenes. Anyone want to start this off with their favorite scenes? Any of our real bro hosts?
I mean,
go ahead, Shane.
It's hard to pick a favorite scene because, like Kev said, it's just nonstop funny, and it's funny, and it's funny.
Yeah, it's
Like,
fluid.
Every shot,
Any scene is real quick.
yeah, and every shot with Lou in it is just a win.
Oh, hands
Like
down.
one of my favorite scenes is when Craig Robinson's singing Black Eyed Peas, and Lou's at the bar, and he's sliding shots down to Adam's sister, and they're just smashing against the
Yeah,
wall,
just breaking glass.
and she's just smiling like this stupid idiot.
With like the gum in her mouth and twirling her
And the
hair.
people behind him were just like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Like they hear the glass breaking.
It's like me and my buddy's got some shit kicking to do, but after and he starts saying,
The hand motions of
yeah.
Get out of my way, stool.
But then Johnny from Karate Kid makes an appearance, and that whole scene from the start
Zabka.
when they're betting on the game, and then they go to the bathroom, and he pulls out the gun, and
I just
he's
like,
got to make him suck his dick. And
Good for you.
He's very
I
creative
like
in
your
the
style. Yeah, I like your style. That's good. But I like in that scene in general, like because he's like, Lou's just like, I'm really good at getting a blowjob.
You'll see.
But then all of a sudden, like when it cuts to like what's happening, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Why is there so many people in there?" And then all of a sudden you hear that one guy, "Yeah, suck. Who are you people?"
Yeah, like who would have thought? Let's go watch another guy receive a
There's
blowjob.
literally 20 people in there,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh my god, so incredibly big, so black." He's like, "Good for you, buddy."
I know, right?
He's like, "I love you." Don't say that.
like those are like my favorite two scenes. I guess there's so many. I don't want to like hog the whole thing, but
Nah,
those are some.
We'll
Those are some
just jump
good,
in.
No, we'll
good
jump right
loose
in.
scenes that I like.
I see. Kev, what you got? You want to throw something in there?
Yeah, so I'll just throw out also like the first like 15 minutes, like how just meeting all the characters and how fucked up all their lives are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I thoroughly
literally,
enjoy
they
that.
have Nick, who's literally reaching into a dog's ass, pulling the key out.
That's what you do now.
I see. You drive a BMW? Can you tell? Yeah, can you tell? I love that guy. I always forget his name, but he always plays like the best character.
He
Like
was
a
on Reno 911. He's
Yes.
a captain, right?
Yes,
Lieutenant
yeah, he's a
Dangle?
Lieutenant Dangle.
Lieutenant
Yeah, like he's always has the best like characters in any movie, like a quick little cameo, whatever he's gonna play. Not even a cameo, whatever character he's gonna play. It's a funny scene.
He's always good.
All right, go ahead.
So
Kev.
yeah, so I had, and then just moving through the other ones, it's also like you see Adam is the one where the girlfriend moves out, takes the TV even though it had the red dot on it.
Yeah.
Leave like the
But he
beer with
leaves-
the red dot on it.
There's,
Yeah,
the,
he loves the
there's the empty bottle. He's like, I don't know why you put that red dot on the empty bottle, but it's yours.
Yeah,
She's like, "I was gonna fight you for it,
fight you for it, but
but
you know what? That's it.
I figured you could keep that
So
one."
I'm meeting Jacob in the basin in prison. So
Yeah,
Playing Second Life.
yeah. Second life.
you know he's serving his time. He's doing his time.
Yeah, do time. Come do my push-ups.
There's
And
choices
then-
in life.
And I know you're getting to meeting Lou. That
And
would,
then
I
we
had
were
that.
crashing into the garage, playing
Oh.
It's Home Sweet Home then also, right?
Yes.
To start
Yeah,
too.
oh, yeah.
So-
Drinking the
No
fucking-
fucking way.
the token vodka. Like I love that part of that
Yeah.
whole scene. Like Lou is just so like classic guy, just classic guy living in the past, and he's just like he's got the older car. He's just drinking he's listening to the old tunes, and he's just like thinking of the good old days, and then he just goes right into it. And you're just like when he does the whole like playing the drums and flips.
I think just swig of the fucking vodka.
Dying. It's so good, so good.
I tell you, there is, due to my profession, there's someone actually lives around the corner from here, probably about like a little further down. We call him the Niz. I'm not gonna disclose any further, but he's a dude stuck exactly in the 80s. I had to go to a call to his house. His mom was probably like 90, this sweet old little lady. She's wearing her Sunday best, and father's out of the picture. The brother is older and not so much there. He's a little slow, I guess, the best way to explain it. I don't know really much about them, but so I go there and like they're complaining, and so I start to go talk to him, and he's in his room. So when I walk into his room, it's literally a throwback to the 80s. He has a Formica bed with a mirror like headboard, and there's like pictures of him and this like woman. Oh, that's right. He kept calling 911 to Canada. So Canada said, "Yo, they call us. And he needs to stop." Speaking of Canadian beer,
See, full
so we
circle.
get there, and so I see him. He has like the skinny dude wearing a guinea tee with a guitar, a little gold chain necklace, and he's like sweating. He has like his long, like sweaty hair down to his shoulders.
The mullet?
Yeah, it's like a mullet basically, but it's all like matted down in
He's
there.
having poison, basically.
Yeah, it looks like just like poison. There's like his like Monte Carlo photo like of like posters that are still there, and like there's all this band equipment that's all underneath like fucking
Red Dawn on the wall.
like I didn't see Red Dawn.
Wolverine.
And so I see all this, and then next thing you know, like I'm trying to talk to him. So there's me, another guy behind me, and then the mom behind that guy. And I'm like, hey, listen, so and so, you know, what's going on? Could you stop calling 911? I'm like, give me the phone. And so he's like, we're in love. So he's slapping like photos that's taped to the mirror, like of this like woman who's like saying like, no, we had one date.
His fake girlfriend lives in
Yeah,
Canada.
yeah. She's real.
She's totally hot.
And,
You guys wouldn't know her.
Lives in Canada. You wouldn't know her.
And then he gets behind his bed, and so I'm like, it's going down. Next thing you know, he pulls out a fucking handle of vodka. Before we start that, this is like 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. He starts chugging it. It's
the Lord's Day.
And like, yeah, because the mom was like her Sunday's best. And he starts chugging it, and I go, oh shit, this guy's fucked up. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, what is going on? I'm asking him, you all right? And then the mother goes, you're a fucking disgrace. Like this little bitter old lady. And like she's like, and then he's like, this is my father's house, so-and-so. She's like, your father would have been is ashamed of you and stuff like that. Oh, it was fantastic.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Yeah, this guy.
What is she doing back there?
He's one of my favorite persons we deal with like that. It's been a while since I dealt with him. Hopefully he comes back soon. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Let's go back to the hot tub time machine and Lou and how he's stuck in the past of the 80s. Kev, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to tell that story.
No, that's all right. That's fine. So yeah, like Shane said, the movie moves so quick it's hard to tell like where one scene begins and it ends. So just two other things that I have. I also have. It's kind of like a combination of scenes. We talked about things we forgot about this movie befop. I completely forgot the whole bellhop angle with the guy with the missing arm, basically.
Love him.
So it's not like one scene, but just all the different times you see him almost lose his arm.
Yep.
is great.
Combine all the bellhop scenes. Fantastic.
Yeah, so and then the only other thing I really have is the first scene where they first get to the hotel room also, where they're just like, or the hotel in general, just checking out how basically screwed up it is.
Yeah.
The dead raccoon in the
Dead
hot tub.
raccoon. The stairs are like half falling
that's
off.
not
There's like
okay.
caution tape around
He
one.
goes and pulls out the drawer. It says Adam sucks dicks and cocks.
Totally burned you. I totally got you.
Got him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just seeing that, and then that's where you see how they all basically interact with one another. You get some idea about their friendship from the past too, but it's mostly just sitting there laughing at how dilapidated the place is.
Yeah.
And Crispin Glover in his one arm pulling the luggage carrier.
Luggage carrier.
This is where you tip the guy.
Yeah, he's only just one hand. After he just tossed the
that's
shit
that
out of the
guy
luggage.
over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I love getting to the room as he takes every piece of luggage.
Knocks everything off.
Yeah.
Throws the one random bag.
It's like the 1980s TV that's still in there.
Hey, I'm not going to tell you again.
I can do it myself. I got you. Anything else, Kev?
No, that's all I got.
All right, Brian, what you got?
Yeah, so like they were saying before, it's tough because the scenes are like really quick, but you know, I do like the beginning, like the first like initial credits of them like just random people like in hot tubs, and you're just like, oh, you know, like kind of setting up the movie, like everyone just gets fucked up in a hot tub, you know, whatever. I think we've all done that. So
Jump on board.
Why are you guys getting naked?
It just feels right.
leading into my next scene that we haven't mentioned was the hot tub party, and it's basically like, you know, like Lou has like the full blown bar for them for the party.
Oh, yeah.
for that, and it's
With
like,
the Chernobyl?
yeah. So then it's like obviously the male Bond. He's like, why is everyone getting naked? He's like, you've never seen this. So it was just, you know, that part, and then eventually, like out of nowhere, we were just talking about this before. Like Chevy Chase just randomly shows up, and you're like, what the fuck is he doing here? And then that fucking bear is in that scene.
I love that guy.
And that bear's like hanging out at first, and then all of a sudden he starts to drink more, and then all of a sudden next you know he's giving Craig Robinson a blowjob, and he's
I would love to see that scene where it's spin around like slow mo. Let's see how many things you actually miss.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
It's like little flashes of.
Because
Some guys wearing like a mask. And
Dude, they had like the
had the
dead
president's
president's
mask.
mask.
Yeah, they had.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's like a bunch of stuff going on, and
Yeah.
you see like the weird like stuff. So
Yeah,
just
it was like the presidents from Point Break. That's what I'm gonna jump in here too. I love that. I want to call that like a hot tub montage, basically, because I love a montage. So
Yeah.
that got me.
yeah. So that part was really good. Then leading into like the next morning, basically when they wake up and they're like skiing on the mountain / like realizing it's the 80s. And then like they, you know, like they all feel young again and they're like, tips fucking down, let's go. And then they just like, you know, any normal person would be dead off the jump of that mountain. But you know, hey, whatever. But
It's funny, like there's all
They're 18. They're invincible.
yeah, but all like those people wearing those 80s
Yeah.
clothes, it's like coming back, and it's like
Yeah, so-
you see people on the mountain now, you're like that's fucking Hot Tub Time Machine right now. It's happening.
The wind never stood a chance.
But it's just funny when they get to the mountain and he's just when they get to the mountain and you see all the 80s references in there, and I was like trying to like pull all the ones that I could remember in there, and I was like, there's Ronald Reagan, there's the MTV, there's Where's the Beef shirt, and the sunglasses that had like the ridges in them.
I don't know what those are called.
I wrote down a couple too.
There's-
Like Eddie Murphy in the hot tub from SNL.
Oh, yes.
on
his
the
skit.
TV screen?
Yes, his skit. That he did,
Oh, okay, yeah,
As
okay,
James
yeah,
Brown.
yeah.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
Chevy Chase's video he did for MTV.
Call
with-
Me Now?
Call Me Out.
Call Me Out.
Oh,
Me
Paul
Out.
Simon?
With
Yeah, the Paul Simon one.
That's
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, he's in there.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah,
once again,
throwing some
it
BTS
just
in
goes
there.
it goes really quick.
Yeah, you gotta
on
catch
like how
everything.
yeah, and then you know what sums it up is like when Craig Robinson goes to the one girl. What color is Michael Jackson? Black.
I love it. He screams out.
He like takes like 8 people out running out.
I want to say I apologize for screaming like that because it probably hurt you guys' ears if you're
There's
wearing
one
headphones.
other 80s reference in there too. Like when they're coming out and he's like, oh, the guy's talking on the phone.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I want my $2.
yeah. Oh,
Better
with,
off dead, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
With
Cusack,
Cusack,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the street value of this mountain.
I can't move my right arm.
So then I guess I'll go to my next scene would be when Nick is singing on stage. So that part is just funny because like when he's remembering how it happened the first time and he was how bad he was.
so screechy voice.
And everyone's just like booing him and just see him in the background. So, yeah. But I just love when he gets up there and he's like, man, it's been a long time. And the drummer's like, just
Like I've seen you guys forever. I saw you this morning.
For sound check. What the fuck?
so then when he changes the song and it was Jesse's Girl and he was just like just crushes it, and then he's like gives him the next song. He's like, well, this one's from the future because you guys have been good tonight.
Little black eyed peas going on there.
That was fantastic. Like I did not expect that to be coming out like that. But yeah, we went over the blowjob bet, and then
It's on right now.
Yep. The blowjob bet said, like, there he is. Sucks. Look at that guy with that.
Who are you people?
With that, like, he has like a 70s porn mustache. Yeah.
and he's like, did you have pineapple today?
The end of that was great. So, Brian, what else you got on there? Anything?
Then there was the quick scene with Adam's sister, where he sets it up. Where, as Shane mentioned it before, throwing the shots down at her, and he's like, "Yeah, we got some unfinished business later." But then, like, it goes to him.
The mascot's in the fucking. He's not just the mascot's in the blowjob scene in the bathroom, ladies and gentlemen, because we have Hot Tub Time Machine in the background. If you remember that, I can't believe I forgot about that. I love the mascot. All right, Brian.
Until Lou actually sleeps with her, and then he was just like, "Oh, I get it. I'm his father."
That's another like scene that doesn't end. Like they're looking for the Chernobyl. He starts fucking his sister, and then it leads to the fight. Like that.
So I kind of lumped it to just those parts together. So like it was tough because there is a little break in between, and it was just like just how it happens. And like when he's like, it's gonna take forever. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
I see. All right, Brian. What else you got? Is that
And
it?
then the fight against the ski patrol at the end, and then like how they're like pumping Lou up. Like, you could be the hero.
This isn't helping.
I love that fucking song.
It's like none of this is helping.
Wait, I'm getting there.
And then he obviously finally wins the fight, but then all of a sudden, like that, look, the Chernobyl can gets away, and then Craig Robinson is like just saying
Martina Navratilova.
Nostrovia,
Smirnoff Ice.
just naming anything that's Russian, and then Cusack finally picks up on it. He's like, "That's right, we are Russian spies."
And I was speaking Russian.
So yeah, that was it for me.
That's it. Yeah, I have to totally agree. I'll just give my again, Kev. The first 6 minutes of the scene. When they all come together, I love the as I said, the bear mascot, whatever. He actually comes back in time with them. So because he's in the beginning,
in the tub.
so then he's in the tub, and then well, first he just comes out of nowhere with a Hawaiian shirt, and then he just goes. I wonder if Chevy Chase.
I was just gonna say that.
You know, I just realized.
Is there a scene where the bear and Chevy Chase are in the same scene?
We'd have to rewatch it to go on. Maybe we have to check the internet for that. But it's just like, and then he's in the hot tub. He falls in, and they go back in time, and then he's there. Like he's trying to trip. What's his foot, Nate, in the hallway?
Yeah.
Remember that random like
Jacob?
thing? Yeah, Jacob's just running, and the bear's just like, "Hey, take this," and he falls. He's too fucked up. I'm like, okay.
He's at Winterfest.
Yeah,
Like in the background.
he went back and he went.
He's everywhere they're at, like at work.
Yeah.
So
The concert, I would say, then like the conception of Jacob, of Lou's father, that was great. Then I like them time traveling back to the present of what they were doing. Another good scene, and I'll tell you what, I'm surprised you didn't say this, Brian, but
yeah, all right.
the opening credits with the music and then the end credits with Lou. The movie's all the
I thought you were
conclusion.
saying just Lou on the boat at the end also.
Yeah, I like.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, but like I like when he's
yeah,
like,
the end credits are phenomenal
because they're just like, music, you were in a band, and then it ends. The next show it's Motley Lou.
and it's literally the video for Home Sweet Home, but just him in it.
It's just him.
It was so perfect. So perfect.
I see. Okay, all right, good. Now we got that. Now let's go on to favorite quotes. I'll go with this. So, Lou, no fucking way. Like before we probably go on, we're gonna have so many a lot, and pretty much everything Lou says out of his mouth.
Yeah, it's so
gold.
tough to narrow down.
You can't
because it's
we're just gonna throw everything in there.
It's
So
close to, I think when we did Zombieland, it's the same thing where I have almost like the whole goddamn script in my phone.
yeah, I had to give her 6 gigabytes for all these quotes. So I see, Jacob. For your information, I've had a lot of girlfriends, hot ones. You've had a lot of boyfriends, gay ones. Let's see, Nick. Excuse me, miss. What color is Michael Jackson? Let's see, Lou. If that guy doesn't lose his arm soon, I'm gonna fucking take it from myself. Okay, lay down. We got a stupid baby to make. Lou, he's trying to get with. We realize he's the father. Then Jacob, do I really got to be the asshole to say we got in this thing and went back in time? Then Nick, it must be some kind of hot tub time machine. And the deadpan at the camera.
Yeah.
Love it. Then Jacob, before everything starting, like before introducing him, he's like, the taxidermist is stuffing my mother. So that's I just wanted to narrow down to a couple, but you know what?
Yeah.
Anyone else want to throw in there?
I did the same thing. I only did a few quotes. So I'll do like the 2 serious ones, which a character we didn't mention, which was eventually finds out to be Adam's wife, when he gets the redo. But basically, what's her name in the movie? April. Yeah. All right, I was thinking. Basically, I got 2 quotes from her, and it was just like, like basically saying like maybe the universe will bring us together again. And then the other one that she had was you got to embrace the chaos. You have to. That way, life might just astonish you. And those were just like 2 little things that like, it kind of like made sense after the movie was done and you saw like how everything played out for them. But
I just thought of one when he went back in time and they're like looking in the mirror. He's like, "You look like Kid and Play." They're actually 2 people.
yeah.
2 different people.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
So then there's the one from Lou. If I wanted to kill myself, I'd fucking kill myself. I'd be awesome at it. Shotgun to the dick.
You would the worst pain. You would survive. Without a doubt, you would survive if you got into treatment enough time. Just
then
like how the guy
Have a
lost
really
his
big
arm.
vagina.
And then we already mentioned before, but it's called male bonding. Okay, haven't you ever seen Wild Hogs? Then
It's like Tim Allen, right?
Yeah,
When,
yeah.
Martin Lawrence. And who was the other guy?
I think John Travolta.
Travolta,
yeah.
Travolta. Yes.
Is there a black guy in it?
Probably. But I can't
Martin
remember.
Lawrence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Martin Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's another
And
guy.
then,
Is it the 80s or the 90s? Is he still black?
I immediately thought Morgan Freeman. Yeah. He's the black guy and everything.
So then there's obviously we just talked about it. You could do this. You could get us the fuck out of here. You could be the hero. And you're like Enrique and fucking Iglesias. I fucking love that song.
I totally forgot about that fucking scene.
I know.
I was in tears at that point.
And then obviously there's Great White Buffalo.
Great White Buffalo.
Great White Buffalo.
Why are you whispering?
So that's what I got for quotes.
Okay, all right. Kev, what you got? You got a laundry list on your phone. I know you're.
Yeah, I'm current. I'm trying to keep some stuff.
Condense.
We could be here all.
Don't worry about it.
We just recite the whole movie if you want. So. I mean, there's a lot of dumb shit. Like even when John Cusack, Adam first gets back, the note is hilarious. It's not really a quote, but it just says, "What do you think of this plan? Go fuck yourself." So Brian talked about like quotes that kind of like go over the movie, but Jacob has one when he's talking about his Second Life character. Also, he's like, "I'm a prisoner. It's called doing hard time." But then he says, like, in life you make choices, and if you screw up, you have to pay for those choices. So I guess
Weren't you in jail last week?
I'm gonna shiv a guy.
Got a court date coming up.
So we've used this quote a lot in reference to somebody that we know when they're in the hospital and it's like, oh, so that's your guy's friend, right? Yeah. It's like it's like that friend who's the asshole, but he's our asshole.
Could that be the quote?
So it could.
Could be.
I mean, it's the one we probably use the most anyway. So.
Honorable mention.
So we talked about the bellhop. So when he first gets there, also when they tell Lou not to pick on him, basically he's like, what? He's exempt from common fucking courtesy because he can't start a round of applause. And then right afterwards, he's on the phone the first night when they're playing quarters, and he says, "Yes, I would like to get a hooker to fuck me and my friends."
No tomfoolery.
Okay, whatever. Semantics. I would like an escort to escort our penises into their vaginas. And I want the girl from the ad. Wake her up. I don't care. I need $4,000.
Okay, no, I'm out.
I need 3,000. Are you and me? 2,000.
Just so I'm not going through, I'll just skip over a few. So when he does actually break up with the girlfriend, but it's her that breaks up with him this time, and he's going off on her, it's like, you end up pregnant with trucker hips. You're going to have a baby with Billy Levatino, and you're addicted to Weight Watchers, you little bitch. And then she just stabs me in the eye. I don't get fat. Let's see. We talked about the blowjob scene also. So once he takes his pants down, wow, good for you. And then his response, I know, right?
It's Gary Coleman's fucking forearm.
It's so impossibly black. And then just one of the last quotes also is when Lou is doing the explanation. Was it morally wrong for me to exploit my knowledge of the future for personal financial gain? Perhaps. Here's another question. Do I give a fuck?
Weird hair choice.
So that's what I'll go with for now. So
All right, Shane, lay it on us. What you got?
I mean, you guys covered basically almost everything, except there's when they're first coming down the mountain, and you finally meet Blaine, Sebastian Stan.
Yes.
He sees he's on a snowboard, and he's like, "What's that one plank thing that guy's got?" He's like, I don't care. It's going up his ass. He's a fucking douchebag in this movie.
There's his hair parted right in the middle and the sides. It's like a coif to left and right.
Who knew he would be the biggest star out of this movie now?
Yeah.
10 years from now, like full on.
It's like breakout film for him.
Yeah.
'cause
He hates the.
Well,
He hates the
literally the
Russians.
next year is
Captain America, right?
Next Captain America.
Yeah, he hates the Russians, and now he's the Winter Soldier, a Russian fucking spy. So, all right, Shane, that's all you got?
No, I got one more.
Yeah, let's go, man. Send it.
Nobody mentioned this. It's when he's actually banging his sister. He's like, I can't believe I'm fucking Adam's sister. I'm doing it. Oh, God. I'm going to come. He's like, Shia LaBeouf, dropping loads. So much fucking semen. Little tiny Jacobs.
There's something right when he gets in the fight with Jacob. At some point, he's on the floor. He goes, "Go to your room."
No one bangs my mom.
Nobody bangs my mom in the past.
I like the fact before that is that when Jacob was they're having sex and then he goes to get him and he goes through the portal and disappears.
Disappears.
And then
yeah.
John Cusack's like, "You finish this." Oh God!
It's gonna take me a while. I'm drunk. Wait, never mind.
No, it's not. And then her reaction is like, I feel like I'm pregnant.
Shut up. We're going to make
He's
it
like,
stupid
he's like,
baby.
you're welcome.
You're welcome. God damn.
And then him and so it's Adam and Nick are also outside the door listening to that the whole time, and you can see Adam. Adam's just like, oh,
Yeah, that's probably like yeah. All right, fan fucking tastic.
I also like the fact that like his sister when they first meet her and she's like, looks like it's going to be a blizzard tonight. And then she's like, I don't think there's any snow in the thing. She's just doing blow right in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
He's like, really? In public?
She's like, I'm going to go whack some ski patrol's poles or something like that.
It's probably not a sexual thing.
Yeah. So what she means is she works for the ski patrol. Yeah.
Or she could be in the middle, and they could be.
It could be two guys, and she's the pole.
So yeah, that was pretty good too.
Okay. All right. Let's take a break. Before we take a break, let's do this. We'll do something a little new. I'm done with my beer. Final thoughts on this beer that Shane brought. For some reason, I'll tell you this. I'm warm. Maybe because I'm laughing too hard, or I don't know. I don't know why I'm that. So
I gotta tell you, your hair looks great though.
Wait until the video happens and stuff like that. I'm like literally.
Brian, your hair looks great.
Look,
Thanks. Yeah.
I have my shorts up to like my crotch. I'm sweating for some reason. I'm laughing too hard.
It's
the
the
beer.
Chernobyl in here.
I knew it, you fucking Russian spy. Let's see.
Spiked it with Chernobyl.
Yeah. So again, adventures in time surfing.
I put it as
like
3.5, but I might raise it up to like a 3.7.
Yeah, I put it at 3.75. I wish I can take a picture. I gotta see if I can take a picture of seeing how it is.
I like this beer.
So I do like it. I don't know.
Or double IPA.
I like it also. I guess I'm behind. I'm not quite finished yet. But.
Yeah, I know. You guys be responsible. This is my house,
It's,
so I
it's
can
so
be.
good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying those ubiquitous flavors.
You and your education words.
Ubiquitous.
I don't even know what you said the first time.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna take a quick break. Back now. We'll bring you the rest of the podcast. All right, stay tuned. Let's go to the bar. Plan our empire. Fucking iPods, fucking Prius, Match.com, anything.com, fucking internet.com. Fucking Zac Efron. Nobody invented him yet. What about Twitter? Wherever the fuck that is. Hey, we could combine Twitter with fucking Viagra. Twitagra. All right, boys. All right, everyone. Reels, Booze, and Bros, RB2. We're back. Let's finish up this podcast. Oh, shit. My computer screen got fucked up. All right, here we go. All right, movie awards. Let's go. Best quote. I'm going to say this. I'm pretty sure we'll all go with it. It's the most memorable one. But, Kev, you had another one. But Nick, Lou, and Adam. Great White Buffalo.
What are you guys whispering?
So that's what I got. It's like
I agree on that.
It's anyone want to throw something else? Why not just converse?
That's probably the best quote, but I just want to say, for whatever reason, the one that I laughed. I mean, there's a lot of times where I haven't seen this in a while. I was like just laughing out loud, just watching the movie for the first time in a while. For whatever reason, when Lou is picking on the bellhop at the beginning, when he says, what, he's exempt from common courtesy because he can't start a round of applause? That was like the loudest laugh I think I had when I was watching it. And then after he says something about, he's like, well, he can't jerk off with one hand. And then he thinks, he's like, well, sometimes I have two hands. He's muttering to himself because you can't hear what he's saying, but he's backtracking, obviously. But for whatever reason, that and the Weight Watchers line were the two I laughed a lot. But the best quote is the Great White Buffalo one, though. But
yeah, like there's just so many more funny quotes,
Yeah.
but the most memorable quote from this movie that keeps getting quoted is Great White Buffalo.
So, I want to just go back to the fucking round up because when he loses the hand, he says the army and says that. It reminds me of a scary movie when the two the guy with here's my strong hand, the guy
Take my hand.
and they
Take
go
my
back and
strong
forth.
hand,
It's like,
child.
why don't you give me a round of applause? How about a standing ovation? All right. Let's
I'm gonna go run upstairs, changing my jogging suit.
so no, I mean it's kind of on spot. So if that's
What do you want,
if
stomp?
Great White Buffalo is the best quote, what's the funniest quote of the movie that you guys had? Then?
yeah.
What do you guys think is the funniest quote then? If it's not, so Great White Buffalo is best.
Like it's so hard to narrow down every single.
It's got to be
quote.
something Lou says probably.
it's definitely Lou.
It's probably
No matter
shotgun
what.
to the dick.
If I was gonna fucking kill myself, I'd be awesome at it.
Awesome. A shotgun to the dick. Oh God.
Who says that?
Is it like what do you think? It's like
It's only pee.
is it like a buckshot, a slug? Are we doing double barrel at the same time? I don't know. Is what about the elephant one where it takes down elephants? A slug like that? Oh God, Jesus Christ, that's insane. I don't know. Let's see. Let's we put a lot of memorable quotes out there from Lou. What could Lou possibly have that's?
But then we were just talking about the scene where Nick Weber's yelling at his future wife.
That's true.
He's like, you sucked his dick. You licked his balls.
Get off the phone, Jerry.
Doesn't concern you.
This shit don't concern you.
How do you know my name?
That's true. That's actually that's very good.
John Lennon gets shot. Wait, did that happen already? I ruined it by saying that. But
Yeah,
saying,
way to go,
there's other.
dick.
Like I said, the Great White Buffalo thing's the most memorable quote from it, but there's a lot of funny shit that Lou says otherwise.
Enrique and fucking Iglesias.
I love that fucking song. None of this is helping.
So yeah, I think anything with Lou is definitely in there. So, but I like we were just saying. I think it's got to be Great White Buffalo. But one that we use the most, probably besides that, is the asshole one.
Yeah.
Dicks.
It's like that friend who's an asshole, but he's our asshole.
That whole scene, by the way, is also great.
When they're whispering.
They're whispering, yeah. It's like a spoiled grape.
He's got erectile dysfunction.
He's got that shriveled ball.
It's like that one quarterback for the Bears.
Hates everybody. Hates himself.
His family hates him. Can hear you guys.
His wife ran off with a Jamaican guy.
Let's say Lou, why would you do this? Why? I mean, look at a list. Make a list. He's an alcoholic. He's divorced. His wife ran off with a Jamaican guy. He's failed at every job-ass money hustle he's ever tried. He's in a mountain of debt. He hates his mother. He hates himself. Hates everybody. He has erectile dysfunction. He's got halitosis. He's got that right ball. One less ball shriveled up. Oh, yeah. Like a spoiled grape. I don't know. It's like an accumulation of punishment. Fuck you guys. Throws a goddamn pillow.
They do that one weird thing. It's like it's in the middle there. It's like, what about that? It's like that one quarterback from the Bears, like back in '82. He was okay though, right? I can hear what you're saying. It's only pee. It's only pee.
It's only
Yeah, it's only big. Out of my way, stool. Getting angry at the most inanimate object ever. Everything that's going on. Oh, okay. So I guess we can agree on Great White Buffalo. Great White Buffalo. And let's move on to the best scene.
Oof.
It's because we said before, it's very quote heavy. It's tough to come up with like a scene.
It's tough to narrow down.
Narrow it down because, like I said, the movie's so fluid. It goes in between like different scenes. There's obviously like a break between here and there. Like you're in the present, then there's the '80s, and then now you're back in the present. So, for me, all the bellhop scenes together, past to present to new present, that of like his future change with the arm. He's like, oh yeah, those guys, those ski patrol guys really saved my arm and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Because it was such a great minor story within the main story that I loved it. And again,
This has to be when he loses.
and then, because
If he doesn't lose, I'm gonna fucking take it myself.
because shit like that. Because Lou is great. Because then he's like, whoa, everyone stop! It's gonna fucking happen. And Lou's in every scene that he's gonna watch
it's
it.
the elevator. It's the chainsaw.
It's the chainsaw. It's so good.
Him with the first
Chainsaw,
drive-by.
elevator, the fucking
Him falling down the roof.
the roof.
This has to be it.
This has to be it. Like
Car
let me
drives
do it.
by it the first time. He's like, whoa. He still got it. But then the fucking
Anyway.
plow takes it off.
Snowplow takes it. Oh man, I love that mini story that's going on. A story within a story. I'm sold. So I don't know.
That's
guys.
our Inception. There you
Yeah,
go.
there we go. There's our Inception. I love it. Anyone want to throw something different? Even though I do love the fucking bear mascot, it's just so random in there too.
I gotta
and
go
maybe
with
the Chevy
whole
Chase.
bar with when Johnny Lawrence comes in there and that whole scene from
That's my favorite scene.
from beginning to the bathroom to when he wakes up with jizz all over his face.
Not even. I'm going even before that. Even when they're playing pool.
Yeah.
And then he comes over and he's
That's
just
it's
like,
hard to narrow down that whole entire scene, but once Johnny Lawrence comes in there and starts betting like that,
I know the fucking
scene's so
future.
funny.
Oh, I love the fact that he's like, oh, I know that squirrel, and it's a random vomit squirrel. That's
no, don't look at it. You can hear the announcer is like, he's distracted by the squirrel and it's incomplete.
Yeah. So what was that? Denver they were playing at?
Yeah, it was the Denver Cleveland
So
game,
I wonder how far the Kodiak area because he vomited on that
They have to
squirrel.
be in Colorado.
And the
Yeah, it has
game
to.
was at night, so that's 8 o'clock at night.
It's the same day, obviously.
So the squirrel literally just left. He got pissed. He got vomited on. Well, then they see the squirrel down. Literally, maybe what's that?
When they're skiing,
He's
he
skiing,
runs by.
because they just miss it when they fall off the
What
mountain.
would you say? Probably about 45 minutes to an hour. They changed And then they went
that
to
sounds
go
about right.
and hit probably about like 90 or Shane.
It's a night game, so 10 hours.
So about 90 minutes.
Wake up, have some breakfast, have some beers.
I'm pretty sure they just had eye openers.
That's putting some miles on.
Then they went down, and then they found the squirrel, and they almost fell on it, and they left, and then the squirrel's like, fuck this, I'm out of here, and decided to go to the game. Okay.
Yeah, it depends on
With,
part
you know
of
what?
Colorado.
When you're watching it, he still has vomit on him on the field.
He does,
Didn't take a bath.
It's the
That's how he
orange
showed
vomit.
up at the stadium. Come on now.
I mean, they could be in Denver.
He's not a Philly fan. You got to clean yourself up before you go to the game.
The vomit froze because it was so cold over there, so it's orange chunks on the fucking squirrel.
No, but that scene, and then even the best part is when they're watching the game. I'm really good at getting head. Yeah. You'll see. But yeah, that's my favorite scene also.
Yeah, I love that. Anyone else want to throw something else in there?
For me, I'm gonna go with the hot tub itself, like when they're right when they're going back in time. Just because I think we talked about like you really have to like slow down that scene to see like everything. I know we talked about it before, and like I know we still miss stuff. So like that's another scene like where you just have to keep rewatching it to see like something different each time. Like you said, we had the dead president's fucking mask on. You have the Chevy Chase.
I think Chevy Chase in there
there
with like a margarita.
yeah,
And sunglasses.
he's got like two broads next to him. Then you got the bear that's smoking and getting
falls in.
fucked up. Yeah, so it's just like there's just a whole bunch of stuff that's going on there, and they're all just like doing like stupid dances, and then the way they're like Lou's doing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
But when he's doing the shot and he pours it and he just throws it over and just drinks out the bottle, I was like, yeah. It's like, oh, this is great. So I just love that part because of the whole like partying scene and just you kind of miss some stuff. So like I there's just a lot going on in that scene. So
Okay, got it. Shane, anything you want to throw different in there? You want to agree? Some stuff like that?
he's doing
I
the.
think
Yeah,
He actually started with the.
Yeah.
me and Kevin are
gambling
sharing
scene, and
a
then
mic,
we were,
a chair, and our thoughts.
Yeah.
Now, deep thoughts with Shane.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the quotes that's going on here for the some other stuff that was pretty funny. All right, so we got it. So I think we can all, I guess, agree on
You know what's
that.
funny? Like one scene that I don't think none of us brought up yet was when they finally realized that they went back in time, and they're sitting there. It's just right after, and then like all of a sudden like they're talking about it, and he's like, I read Stargate fan fiction and all this sort of stuff, and all of a sudden he's like explaining it. Jacob's explaining it, and then Nick wakes up after doing this huge amount of blow, and he's like the Terminator, it's cyclical.
Yeah,
And then also in that scene, he takes the jaw back out. There's no cocks, no dicks, no sucks.
yeah, he's like, Adam, how about cocks? No, it's not there. What about dicks? Is it in there? No, there's no dicks.
There's no sucks.
Adam opens his suitcase was supposed to be closed, but it's just full of like cocaine,
that's right.
marijuana.
There's cocaine, there's shrooms.
Who are you, Hunter S. Thompson?
It was just like one of those things. But he's like, when Nick Robinson just like pumps up, he's like, it's
Are you writing?
cyclical.
Are you writing breakup poetry?
That's true. Another one there. Just, Adam, stop eating the mushrooms.
It's like, oh, he reads. He's like, oh, that was clean. It's like you could sing it to "Sweet Child of Mine."
Yeah, I don't know how we forgot about that scene. I just randomly had to bring that one up. Sorry.
Yeah, because there's so many good ones. It just randomly they pop up because they're so good. Okay, so let's move on. The Randy Watson Award, the best character. I know who I want. It's probably nowhere near what you guys want. So
No, I have.
I have two.
I have two.
Yeah.
So all right, first off, if we're going, who's gonna be like the best out of the movie and who wins the movie? It's Lou.
Yeah.
But if I'm just going based on the Randy Watson Award, where it's just I'm only in the movie a little bit, I'm going the Bear.
fuck yeah.
I mean, same thing. I'm going with Lou for going like character,
Yeah,
but
hands
I'm
down.
going like breakout, like fucking Sebastian Stan at Blaine. He is so fucking funny in it. He's such a
good, though.
dick.
He's such a tool. He's a fucking peck.
Yeah, he is. He is a fucking peck.
He's the Brad and Chad.
But he's so
He was so
great.
good in it, though,
He's
yeah.
so great.
Fucking
in this
Karate Kid
movie.
3 over here.
Everything he does, he's so worried about commies and fucking everything.
Staring at the Red Dawn
again?
poster. Red Dawn, fantastic movie. The remake sucks. Sorry,
sucks, yeah.
sorry, Chris. Hemsworth.
Sorry, Thor.
Yeah, sorry, Thor. Let's see.
Yeah, that was my. I gotta go with that.
I got you, Kev.
No, so it's the best character is definitely Lou. He has the best scenes, the best quotes. And I'm a jerk, so the other best character I have is Tara because phenomenal. That's the girl in the hot tub
yes.
with
Big ass titties.
yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's like, I'm sorry. It's like I'm married. Well, she's 9 right now.
She's like, what?
What's an email? That's not the point.
Yeah, the groupie that was over there.
Yeah.
I have to say, I totally agree with Brian. The goddamn bear. It was very tough. I want to go with the bear or Chevy Chase. I'm not a big fan of Chevy Chase, but he was entertaining because like it was probably when Jacob who dealt with him the most, and he had the most lines. He's like, "You're such a dick. Why have you be so quick? Just fucking tell me." He's like, "By the way, I wouldn't do it before dawn. After dawn."
I just hot tub.
We talked about it before. I just love it when he grabs him.
after
He's like,
dawn.
"Tell me what we're supposed to do. Get your hands off me, young lady."
Oh, that was good. But like, you know what? The bear. I forgot the bear was there, and I said we had it on in the background as we're making this podcast. The bear was in the fucking in the bathroom with the dick sucking scene, and he's just like chanting like "suck, suck." Like,
Who are you people?
But to be honest with you, like I could make a case for 2 other guys. You could go fucking Billy Zabka in there, like as
Or
his
Crispin Glover.
Yeah, and that's my other.
Or you could go Billy
Yes.
Zabka's wife just for the blowjob. Motion
yeah,
no.
no, I would
so fun.
I would say probably the top 3. Obviously, the bear, Chevy Chase, Crispin Glover, who was another like Back to the Future. He was the dad. He was McFly's
Oh
dad.
shit, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He was George McFly.
Hey, you get
George
your
McFly.
damn hands off her.
Yeah, he got both of them in that movie.
He's good with time travel. He knows what he's doing. He knows the rules.
Yeah,
He knows
It's cyclical.
He knows all about the sun disappearing. So there you go.
He knows it's cyclical.
And he knows about suns disappearing. He knows about songs from the future going back to the past. He's been there.
he does. So, it's tough. So I don't know. As much as I love the bear,
It's Lou. Come on.
it's no hands down. Lou is carries this movie. His back hurts at the end of the movie because he just carried the entire movie, made it hysterical. Every line he said, Rob Corddry is hysterical. This is his role, and yeah. Go ahead. What you got, Shane?
So I'm looking up the bear.
This
This was literally his only
PTS.
acting role.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not true. The bear was in The Shining. He was in the hotel room giving the guy the blowjob there also at the end.
He was a producer of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Oh, look at that.
And
So was it
good
Adam
movie, too.
Scott then? Because didn't he produce or do something with this movie?
Adam Scott he's in the second one, right?
But I think he did something with this movie also. But when
we
you
have
just
to
said
look.
that's the first thing I thought of. It's probably not right. I'm just making this up as I go along.
Luke Ryan is his name.
Luke Ryan.
Oh,
The bear's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He doesn't say one word, but he's just he's in every scene that you're laughing your ass off in, and he's just like, yeah.
I have to say again, my favorite scene is when he tries to trip Jacob in the middle of the hall. Randomly, I don't know why. Just like fucking, and he like fucking
There's
falls.
probably an outtake, and you're like, guys, this is funny. Keep it in here.
All right, I don't know. So let's move on. Adrian Balboa, the worst character. Anyone want to nominate?
Yeah, first of all, it's so hard because every character in this movie is amazing.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna say one person, she's only in it for like the beginning and the end, and it's Nick Weber's wife, strictly because she makes him a hyphenate.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
It's progressive, Shane.
Agnew.
She makes him hyphen his name to
Mrs.
Weber
Agnew?
Agnew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she doesn't say anything bad. I don't hate her, but everyone in this movie is awesome, and it's hard to hate anybody.
It's not.
How's your girlfriend? Oh, really bad.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, okay.
That's that guy. He says it's not progressive. He's got a goatee.
But yeah, it's tough because like Shane said, I think everybody in this movie is good. Like even like technically Blaine is the bad guy.
That's who I kind of had, but he's
phenomenal.
still good as a bad
He's
guy.
amazing.
Yeah.
I have somebody else. I said I was thinking about him, but you're supposed to not
I'm
like
going
him. though.
with Shane. Yeah, I agree with Shane. Right there.
Kev, what do you think?
So I was going with Jenny just because she stabs him in the eye anyway. She was gonna break up with him anyway.
Ass on that girl, she's so tight.
She was gonna break up with him anyway, and she stabbed him in the eye.
tight.
And she's gonna get fat. Addicted to Weight Watchers, you bitch.
You get trucker hits.
But maybe that changes her life. You know,
That's true. Maybe.
she could just continue.
I don't
to be
get
tight.
fat.
Fuck the butterfly effect. Honestly,
You lasted a whole 10 minutes.
so
I think I came.
So for me, honestly, I don't like John Cusack. I don't like him. Yeah, he kind of this was his role, but he's such a tool in this movie. He has some funny lines. I agree with it, but I don't know.
He kind of looks like he doesn't want to be there sometimes.
Yeah.
In the
Well,
movie.
he didn't want to be in the sequel, apparently.
Yeah.
No, well, I think I read something where I might be a little BTS where he wasn't actually asked about it, but he says, whatever.
We'll get there. I know what you're talking about.
I just
so we
feel
can
like-
get there when we get to BTS.
Yeah, so I just felt like he's just like a tool in his entire movie.
He's like, he just wanted a paycheck,
I think he's
basically.
supposed to be the most, not normal, but
It's the straight guy where everybody else is working
Yeah.
around him, basically.
yeah.
he's supposed to have the most straight head. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they
Level-headed,
mentioned
what's
that.
going
Unless
on,
he's on
what's
shit.
They
going
mentioned
on.
that before.
but then he gets fucked up on shrooms and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
and
so-
he's
I
funny
think that was
as
when he
hell.
was better. He's just like insane, like at that point. But like, I still was.
You're going to lose that arm, buddy.
Yeah, he's like, he's like, I'm gonna rape you. Yes. Oh, you really, I forgot that comment. He's like, I'm gonna rape you. Like he says, like, what?
I just,
I'm gonna rape you.
Remember when Chris McGlove was saying, are we raping? Are we raping?
I can't believe I fucking forgot about. He's gonna rape him. What the fuck? It was so random about that.
I just like when they're like reading back the poetry and it's like Jenny's eyes or like Gypsy's eyes.
Oh, that is so clean. You can sing it to Sweet Child of
You
Mine.
writing breakup poetry?
Oh my god. Yeah. So
I can see Cusack. Like he's out of the.
He's the least interesting.
Yeah, he is. His character sucked. I would prefer someone a little bit better than him, but you know what? This could have been him because he sucked, and he's just like because he's the asshole friend. I guess he was the core of all, and that kept them together. But he became like a tool, and then that's what they broke
Nick's
up.
like, I tried to call a couple times, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm busy." I'm like, all right, you're a dick.
Yeah, basically. So I don't know. That's what I got. So let's move on. So we got that. So we'll decide from there. Wait, well, who we go again? That's who I didn't like. So
We went with the wife.
Yeah,
the wife.
Yeah.
The hyphen.
Okay. Yeah, hyphen. All right.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah. Remember that phone call? Baby, I would never cheat. Remember that phone call I got when I was 9? Okay. All right, now let's move on to the BTS.
That Tyrese looking motherfucker.
Behind the scenes. Yeah, say my name again. Weber Agnew. All right.
Nick Webber.
Nick Weber, I'm sorry. Weber Agnew. That's the hyphen. All right, so behind the scenes BTS. The first trailer for the film and the Red Band trailer appeared on July 24th, 2009 at Comic-Con 2009 and on the internet. One of the Red Band trailers consists primarily of a special shot footage. It was not featured in the film of Jessica Pierre's character in a tub. The film was screened for free in over 50 cities in the weeks leading up to the release. That's the chick who's with
She,
them.
I
In the
read
top-
that
in
she
the hot
was, that was
tub,
her
yeah.
idea to get naked in the hot tub.
Yep, I'll go and hit that in a second.
Good
so,
for her.
Before we move on,
What a trooper.
yeah. So before we move on, we're going to the second beer that Shane brought with us tonight. I was about to hit that on, but we got a little tied up with the quotes and the other stuff like that. This one's called Jersey Cyclone Brewing Company. I'm sorry, it's called Imperial Storm Cloud from Jersey Cyclone Brewing Company. It's a New England style Indian Pale Ale. I am over it as I get more on.
Yeah, I mean, it's always. It feels like the first one was a good hit, and then this one
Yeah.
kind of a little let down.
You win
So.
some, you lose some.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it local. I went out of the country for the first one, so
You went to Canada.
Fucking beer smuggler.
I say, as Shane said, he reiterated, this is like more. Oh, look at that! You move the can. It's like a little the storm and lightning
yeah,
clouds
it
going
looks
on.
like it looks like the storm cloud at the end of the movie.
Yes, the
You ever
storm
seen a
cloud.
$20 bill on weed?
Again, as Shane said, the storm cloud in the movie was when they're going back to the future or the present. Oh, so I like how he likes to tie in everything. Though the beer may not be well, but the cans and the naming of it ties into the movie podcast as best as possible. Unless it was that one time where someone forgot to bring the beer to the one podcast. We won't name any names, Brian. So, anyone else? Your thoughts on this? What do you guys think? I know Shane just said his. Kev, what do you think on this?
Again, it's an 8.3, and I'm under the impression you guys are trying to kill me. So
But it's kind of light though for an 8.3.
yeah, but I'll trust the number on the can though. Just
Gotcha.
I actually like this one. It's not as good as the first one, but I still think it's good. But whatever.
Yeah, it's a New England IPA.
It's too piney for me. When I looked at the Untapped app, it had piney, and I feel it. Like I had another one that was from, can't remember, but like I don't like that piney taste. I feel like I'm licking a fucking
baseball
pine
bat.
tree. Yeah. Brian,
It was very hard to find beers related to this
It's
movie.
tough. Yeah, of course. Yeah, without a
I was
doubt.
trying to do the same thing. It was very difficult. Like this, it's good. Like I said, we all agree the first one was definitely better. For an 8.3, it doesn't taste like that, but you do kind of get like this one does have a little bit of an aftertaste. So a little hoppy, but nothing like super.
They do make
Crazy.
delicious stouts, though.
So
Now that you say that, I definitely do see more of an aftertaste on this one
Yeah.
than the previous
Yeah,
one.
that's what I
yeah.
get you.
So I mean, like I said, it's not something I'm going to be able to drink all night long.
Can't win them all.
I probably have I could do like 2 of these and be good. But it's not a bad beer. I would definitely drink it again. Someone brings us over. I'm not turning it down.
Well, it's beer. So.
Yeah.
I'll fucking turn it down my nose up. Fucking you commie bastard.
Goddamn bougie motherfucker.
All right, so now back to the BTS. So Craig Robinson came up with the Michael Jackson joke using the trailer as well as it must be some kind of hot tub time machine line that he deadpans directly to the camera. So now the nude sex scene in the tub with Craig Robinson was Jessica Pear's. Is it Pear or Pierre? I can't say. I think it's
A
Pear.
little
Parade.
squiggly line.
Yeah, I know
One
it's
of the-
tough, so I'm pretty sure she's foreign. Idea because her character was only in the one scene and Shirley wanted to stand out, obviously. She explained this in an interview by saying, I think tits can be funny, like man ass. Man ass is funny. Rob Corddry.
Rob Corddry standing there with
Bare ass hanging out, bro. I'm fucking laughing my ass off, so she's right.
Why are you crying?
Yeah,
It's the water in my face from all the fucking.
Perry also said that the scene was the scene was one of the most entertaining things she ever done, and really enjoyed it. Brian's microphone just fell. It wasn't one of her first time nude. It wasn't her first time nude on screen either. She also went full frontal nude in Stardom 2000, and topless in Lost and Delirious 2001. So
Ooh, here we go. It all comes full circle. Jessica Pear is Canadian.
so that's why we got the beer going on. So maybe she brought this to you.
Maybe not blame Canada.
All right, and now last one I got is William Zabka and Dior Baird played the couple that bet against Lou in the bar. They both went on to be in Cobra Kai as a divorced couple, Johnny and Shannon. Hence Brian's T-shirt, which he knew what was going on. I'm pretty sure he didn't, but you know what? He knew
I wore it for Zapka.
he wore for Zabka. That's what I got for the BTS. Anyone else got?
I'm also wearing a T-shirt
That has a bear on it for the
First of
bear.
all, it has a
mascot.
bear on it.
I am
Second of
also
all,
wearing
from
a
Colorado?
T-shirt.
No, it's from The Office, which Craig Robinson and Clark
Jacob.
Duke,
Jacob.
yeah, were
okay,
both
yeah,
in.
Yeah.
I just want
Yes,
to point out that
yes,
I am
yes.
also wearing a T-shirt. It doesn't have anything on it, but it is a
It
T-shirt.
says Adidas.
It
You know,
does.
you know what that says, motherfucker?
I could read.
I taught him that.
I see. Any BTS? Any guys?
Just
anything
the one
else?
you mentioned before, it has to deal with the sequel we were kind of talking about before. The whole thing with John Cusack isn't in it. So apparently, like, he says he wasn't invited for it, but he's also in, like, director's cut, apparently. So it's weird.
Hot Tub Time Machine too?
Too, yeah.
Yeah, he
So
was.
he says he wasn't, like, asked to be in it,
Be in
but
it.
then he's in the director's cut, apparently.
Yeah, I think
so it's
they
very,
asked to
very
make some like
strange.
uncutted like scenes. He
Well,
can't
the
I haven't. I
Second
haven't
one's
seen.
not that good,
I haven't seen it. I heard it's terrible,
You're not
but
missing.
it focuses on his son apparently.
Yeah,
so
it's
Actually, it focuses a lot on shotgun to the dick.
Yeah. You're not missing anything on
Yeah.
the second one.
I forgot. I think we saw it in theaters, Brian. Right? I want to say yes.
Maybe.
We saw this one. In
we
theaters
saw this
together.
one in theaters,
Yeah,
for sure.
I know for sure. All right, so our question of the podcast: RB2, Reels, Blues, and Bros. Can The Rock make this movie better? No, but I want him to be a cameo. Like, imagine him being the bear mascot.
No,
I can see him.
I know exactly what I want him to be.
I want him to
too.
be like that picture that Kevin Hart mimics. I want him to be in the bar scene with William Zabka.
Oh, what he's his classic pose?
Yeah, the pose that he always makes fun of.
with the
The fanny pack,
Yeah.
the high hair, and
That was more of a '90s look than
it was an
Yeah,
early
but still,
'90s
yeah.
look, but still, like the fanny pack. Come on, that's
He could have been starting that look in the '80s.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sold.
I
on
know
that
what scene
one.
I want him in.
Go ahead.
Brian, I know Kev's is great at this.
I want him to be the guy. Yeah, suck.
who are you?
Who are you? You smell what I'm sucking?
So if he's not that guy, I'm out.
Okay, I like that. I like that as well. Kev,
So
can you?
the problem with mine. So the problem with mine is if I'm replacing him with someone else that we've talked about that we like in the movie, and it doesn't make it necessarily better, but it's still good. If he is the gambler instead of Bill Zabka, so just no, but have him dressed full Miami Vice with the hot wife and sitting there. And the problem is with Zabka, until he pulls the gun out, he's not really all that threatening. But if
Yeah.
it's The Rock at the start, you're like, oh, this could probably go bad if he doesn't win this bet. Again, I'm not saying it makes it better. It's kind of like a transitional move, basically from one
Yeah.
lateral
Yeah,
move from
okay.
one to the other.
Okay.
That's the only thing I could think of when I was thinking about it. But again, if you do that though, then Zabka's not in the movie, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
But, yeah.
a little BTS thing with Zabka. I read that whole scene was added after the whole movie was made.
Oh, really?
The director's like, we need more shit in this movie. So they reached out to Zapka and they're like, we need a scene. So they filmed that whole thing literally like a couple months before the movie was released.
Oh, wow, that's
and
pretty cool.
shoved it in the movie.
When that happened, just out of curiosity, did anyone else? I don't know if it actually happened or not. I might have been imagining. Does someone say like Gray Sports Almanac when they're actually doing the gambling? I feel like someone makes like a joke, something along
so?
those lines.
To
when
Back
it
to the
happens.
Future?
Yeah.
Future
Yeah.
reference?
yeah,
we have
I'd
to go check that out.
Like,
It's a little replay
listen to
there.
the background noise.
So again, yeah. So my suggestion for The Rock again, it doesn't necessarily make it better, but that's the best role I could think of for him.
If he's
basically.
the bear though, like
a fucking jacked out
fucking
bear.
gigantic. That's a fucking like polar bear.
Yeah, but you know what? That bear suit was kind of big. So, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But imagine that giant bear falling in the hot tub with those guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Give it Craig.
there's no fucking way.
So you know it's The Rock giving Craig Robinson head now instead.
I think it's just great because next you know, like the bear like head comes off, or like at the end credits, he takes the bear off, and you just see him do like the people's eyebrow or something like that, and then it's done. I don't know, but you know what? I think I like Brian. I'm sorry, Kev. You usually have pretty good ones for this, but I think the fact that he's saying
I didn't say it was better. I'm just saying it was the only thing
I know,
could
but
think of.
you have some pretty good
He's
ones.
just got to be just like a small cameo.
Just at that bar
I think
scene.
Zapka alone in that
Yes.
scene is really good.
That's him.
You know, and
He's like a sleazy.
he's the
fucking
classic
dude,
'80s quintessential guy. Like
Yeah.
you know, like that's all we know him as.
If you panned and you saw him in the bathroom, like just suck, like the fucking laughs on that would be so. If he was
Be great.
literally dressed as Lou's
like, who
Yeah,
are-
just like that guy.
And Lou's like, who are you
does.
people?
And
Oh, well, I know who you are.
At least has the mustache
some
going
kind of
on.
mustache going, yeah.
Yeah, and if he has the same getup with the fanny pack on, oh yeah,
You gotta go with like the
Sign me up for that,
the
yeah.
pencil thin Cuban dictator mustache, basically.
sign me up for that, and we're in.
I see. All right, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna pause for a second. All right, now let's move on to the final question. Should there be a sequel franchise TV series of Hot Tub Time Machine? Obviously, there was a second movie. I don't remember most of it. It kind of sucked. Brian,
Not so good.
Yeah. Anyone
Yeah,
else?
When they always make these movies,
I haven't-
Anchorman 2. It's not as good as the original, and they just fall short of it.
So I haven't seen the second one. Do they tell whatever happened in Cincinnati?
No, they go
No,
they go
they still
forward in
don't.
time.
Do they?
Oh, all right.
Did they?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't
They
remember.
never-
It's been so long.
The
I don't remember.
Cincinnati
I guess it was that
box
bad.
that he keeps in the closet
Yeah.
is still
Yeah,
never.
You wrote Cincinnati on it? Is it a fetus?
Yeah, is it? Oh god.
But yeah, they go forward in time.
I haven't seen it, so, but yeah, I don't know.
All right. So so we're not gonna do it. No more TV series. It's very tough to do. It's a one-off. Second one, sorry to hear you. It was a box office flop. Whatever. Yada yada yada. Now, final thoughts. Anyone want to go first? What do you guys think? Final thoughts, Shane?
I'll go saying I love all the quick references to all the 80s. Like growing up in the 80s, I know you guys didn't really get it so much because I'm old as fuck, but I got to experience a little bit more with the movies and the music. Every little side piece of 80s reference, like you got Crispin Glover from Back to the Future. You got Johnny from Karate Kid. You got the Red Dawn. Blaine talking about Red Dawn the whole time.
Wolverine!
You got Chevy Chase, who was
Huge in
obviously
the
from the
80s,
80s. You got, they mentioned Better Off Dead in that movie.
Well, even Cusack was huge. in the 80s. Yeah.
Cusack was, his trench coat look was from an 80s movie they did.
Yeah.
The whole scene where they're sitting in that, the gay guys, when she says, they're sitting there like
Which
16
one's Carol?
candles.
Yeah.
Like every single little movie reference from the 80s. Like,
Black Michael Jackson.
yeah, Black Michael Jackson, Eddie Murphy in the hot tub.
Windbreakers everywhere.
There's where's leg warmers? Dude's rocking a cassette player.
Jerry Curl.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the movie. I love everything about it. The soundtrack, to every line is quotable. It's just a great movie. Like I said 8, but I'm gonna go with Brian. Probably like an 8.5. So,
Thank
or
you.
I don't know if it's Brian or Jay.
I did. Oh, I bring it up. My
Yeah,
scale is way
I'm
better.
gonna bring it up to 8.5. Just
Thank
since
you.
we were watching it here and talking about it, it just went up.
There you go. I got you. Kev, what do you think? Your thoughts?
So I would say the same thing. Like it's in the 8 to 8.5 range. But again, we talked about it. It's hard to figure out scenes because it moves so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good though. Like we said, there's so many quotable things that happen. There's no like downtime in the movie at all. Like a lot of comedies, there's like some like random thing that happens where it gets serious, like for a split second.
Like every Adam
There's-
Sandler movie.
Yeah, there's nothing serious in this movie at all. Like the most serious thing that happens is probably Lou's suicide attempt at the beginning, but they just make fun of it the
make
entire
fun
time.
of it, I don't know.
So
maybe
it's
then get back
basically
to
it's
features.
everything that happens is hilarious, basically from the start to the finish. So it's a great film to watch if you just want to laugh, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Brian, what you got?
I mean, there's not much to add. Like, I agree with everything that he said. Like, the references are phenomenal. You know, there's so many quotes in there. And this is like one of those movies, like, it's simple. You don't have to think about it, but you do have to watch it a couple times because, like we said earlier, there are certain things that you do miss in this movie. And, like, every time you watch it, you could pick up on something different, you know, and you just be like, even like as we're all pointing it out to each other in this podcast right now, like, oh, what about this when that happened in that scene? And we're like, oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that. You know, so, like, there are, like, those quick little references that you do miss, and it's, like, one of those, like, it's cool to catch them all, you know, and it's a lot of cool different stuff that happened in that time frame. And, you know, Lou just gets it. And this is also, like, such a fucking great soundtrack. You know, like, I can't argue with that, you know, it's just fantastic.
Exactly. So just like how Brian said, Shane and the Kev, great movie. I loved it. And the shirt that Brian's wearing, I want to say, this shirt got me so much fucking pussy. Thanks, Lou. Thank you. Another great quote. Again, watch the movie. You'll laugh your ass off on all the quotes, everything that's going on. So that's it for Hot Tub Time Machine. All right. And our next episode will be, anyone want to do the honors? But Shane made a mention to it earlier. You know what, Shane? What do you think?
I mean, America. Beer Fest. Let's take down those commies.
That's right. We're doing.
I believe they're Germans, though. I don't think they're.
Yeah, actually. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
We are Germans, and I was speaking German.
So our next podcast will be Beer Fest. So watch that movie, then you'll catch us when we come out, and then we have a special movie for 4th of July coming up after that. That's it. So we have no RB2 fan mentions at this time. If you want to be part of the experience, so check us out at reelsboozebros.com. And that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers.